everybody. It's Monday, so that means it's Monday Night Madden. I hope everybody's Monday has been good. I had a pretty easy day at work today. Got out a little earlier than expected, which gave me time to relax a little bit before we got started tonight. But we got the Denver Broncos tonight, who apparently, when I went to get this week ready to roll, apparently they have lost like 2 or 3 games in a row now. And so we had a goal of continuing their losing streak. So hopefully we can get the W. Keep the Denver Broncos on a losing streak. We can continue our win streak that we're on right now. We're 9-3, guys. Played really good last week. We'll take a look at the playoff picture here and see where we stand as far as for the playoff chase. So it looks like my camera's kind of blocking it, but we're number 2 right now. We're a 2 seed. So we wouldn't get that first round bye. That's being held by the Panthers at the moment. But if the season ended right now, our first playoff game would be against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. It looks like we would be the only team from our division in the playoffs right now. So it's always good. Check out the awards from last week. So we did have the offensive and defensive player of the week for the NFC with our running back, and then our corner. They had pretty good games last week. After the game last week, I did take a bunch of pictures of stats and where stats for the Tacos on the team and what end of year awards the various tacos are up for. I did post those in the Taco Society Discord in the Talk About Sports section. So if anybody is interested on how the tacos are doing in the season right now, you can check that out in the Taco Society Discord. But with that being said, we are going to get the game against the Denver Broncos started. Also, before I get this going here, also, if you didn't see it or watch the VOD from last week, we are going to be able to do this game this week, and then I will have to take a week off because next Monday I will be out of town. I got my dad's wedding to go to next week, so I will be taking the week off, and then once I come back, we will continue right along with the Monday Night Madden streams. But let's get this game started here.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's week 14 of the NFL.
Got our Mountain Dew.
EA Sports.
Got some football. We're ready to roll. I don't know about you guys, but I was watching a bit of the draft last few days. Had to record a couple episodes, or the last couple days, because having to work and everything, but rewatched them back.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver,
Looks
Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on
my
EA Sports.
my favorite team. They made some pretty decent picks. Did look like the Lions actually picked up some pretty good players as well, from what I saw. So it's going to be interesting seeing a lot of familiar faces on some different teams this coming season. So
Charles Davis, and Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting
interesting season, that's for sure.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
And off we go from Denver.
All right. Defense gets to go out on the field first.
That will be a touchback. The Denver offense ready to take over for the first time. Get a look at their 8th-year quarterback. His first season as a Bronco, though, Teddy Bridgewater.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of
I
those
don't know
picks,
what play they just called.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he's upended at the 33.
Yeah, not a very good run stop, that was for sure.
The numbers
all right, defense, let's go.
Gordon. 20 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box.
There we go.
Find other ways to move the football.
Good stop, good stop.
Do it through the air, or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater.
Good job, D. Good job.
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing down.
Excuse me.
One of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Fielded at about the 28.
Decent return.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Lions will take over.
All right, let's get the offense rolling here.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Put short fuse in motion here. Decent run, decent run.
We take a look at his numbers on the ground last week. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're sixes.
Ah, come on. False start.
Now some
God damn it.
movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first
Not
time this
the way we want to start.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
get this shit back.
Not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Go off a handoff here to Swift. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points
We're
scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Nice. There we go.
Into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Nice first down.
We're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. On first down, it's gone. Looking middle, and that's complete. And all the way inside.
First down. Nice catch by Jay Doggles there.
A big play that time on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's a handoff to Swift. And able to
got him with
forward for about 5 yards down to the
got him
10.
off sides. We'll take.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiple.
We'll keep it first down and get the free 5 yards.
Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. They run out of the gun with Swift. He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored.
There we go.
Of course you're going to give it to him.
First down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their
Looks
playbook.
like we got Jefferson back
Playbook's wide open. You can run just about
his
anything.
injury.
A lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees a short yardage
Hawkinson
runs,
in
and goes to
motion.
one of those.
Looking to run with Jefferson. Able to get a
Oh,
couple here,
couldn't break the tackle. Damn.
Stop him right around the 1.
It's all right.
Second and
He'll
goal
get in this
from
time.
the 1. They'll try again. And he is into the end zone.
There we go.
Jamar Jefferson. His 9th
Offense's first drive. We get a touchdown. Good start. Defense got a 3 and out. They looked good.
They brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward.
Evil Rican. I appreciate you stopping in, bud. Hope you've had a decent Monday. Oh, we're definitely gonna have a fun stream. Had a pretty good day. Fairly easy day at work. Now I get to have some fun, play some Madden.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
All right.
So drive goes 8
Up
plays,
7-0 right now. That's
touchdown run.
not a bad start. How was your Monday, Evil Rican?
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here too after a good stop.
Who the fuck is that guy?
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do.
Not sure who that guy is, but we'll keep him on the bench since he's hurt.
And then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Nice stop there by the linebacker.
Not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Bridgewater now for Gordon on the draw.
Damn.
Able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Partner, we've seen Melvin Gordon
he was breaking some tackles there. Nah, what we want.
To it there, didn't he?
He did.
Kind of reminded me of when he was at Wisconsin and what he did in Nebraska. His last year there, 408 yards in a single game.
Rude boy with a tackle there.
Rushing record, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Cram. I appreciate the bits, bro. Thanks for stopping in. How was your Monday, Cram?
A week later, Samaje Perine broke his record with 427 yards against Kansas.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now a handoff. This is Gordon.
Rude boy Mitch again with a big tackle behind the line.
Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I appreciate it, Cram. Good to hear you had a decent Monday. My day hasn't been too bad. Had a pretty slow day at work, so I was able to get out a little earlier than I had originally anticipated.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. It's caught on the right side. Williams.
Good job, D. Good job.
To break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it.
Yeah, I probably should have let that one bounce and possibly go into the end zone since it was inside the 10, but whatever.
Just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice.
Jay Doggles with another catch.
Taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
On 2nd down, Swift. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll be brought right
First
at the
down.
30 here. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Now a carry for Swift. They find some open field here.
There we go.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Decent
Another
run.
Carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
On 1st down, gone. And he'll be
Yeah, we'll take the incomplete.
And that'll fall incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Swift. And he's
Here we
got it
go.
across
Decent run on
midfield
first
and into
or on
Denver
second down rather.
territory. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Gone. Flush to his right.
Should be a first down. Short fuse with a nice catch.
35. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
It's all right. We'll take that.
High as it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the running game with Swift.
Jesus.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Well,
it'll be a
that
loss of a
didn't
full
go
3
well.
yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
There is no doubt that Geno Atkins is really strong and stout at the point of attack, but I love his suddenness, the ability to make plays, to be in one spot, and then he's gone and into the offensive backfield. He's a heck of a player.
And there, a big TFL tackle for loss.
Hard to believe that his father, Gene Atkins, was an NFL defensive back. He's bred this big defensive
we'll take the
tackle.
3.
On now is Seibert for the Lion field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. Seibert's kick
Right down the money.
And the lead moves to
Right
10-0.
on the money.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
All right, see if the defense can get another 3 and out here.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant.
Damn.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
It's all right.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there.
There we go. Good stop.
To happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Right? Yeah, that was good from. That was. Had more than enough room to be good from 60.
Some may say maybe too confident at times. How do you think that they approach?
I mean, on the plus side, I do have the wind at my back right now, so.
Well, if they're anything like their head coach, you know they're relying on that confidence. You and I both were sort of surprised at his weekly press conference when he was asked about this being a trap game.
Oh, shit.
He's almost boasting that he didn't
God
see anything
damn it.
to worry about. That surprised both of us in a big way, because we know that can be a dangerous tactic, because I can guarantee you the guys on the other side, they heard that. And they're looking
Come on, D, we need to stop.
galvanize them.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Trey Flowers there on the tackle. Now this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Judy.
Good stop.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
We're going to play return here just in case they are short.
A lost start in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
Out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
All right, get good field position.
A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. Little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel, when they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not. He knew immediately he didn't have that
Good
one.
run on
And
first
he'll be
down.
down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers, everyone
First
now
down.
sharing in the load and sharing in the belief.
Really
that they do
hoping
their
that that
job.
lineman would have got
See
that
another
block on
performance
that
just like we saw the
linebacker.
week before. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Goff on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Ah,
Across the
shit.
bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. It had been a
He
near
put it
perfect
out
beginning to
too
this
far
football
in
game.
front of the
Already a
wide
double-digit
receiver
lead
there.
First quarter, but their first misstep.
And you know how it is, partner. Sometimes when everything's going right, you start to feel like you can do just about anything you want on the field. This one didn't work out. If I were him, I'd go to my defensive captain and say, pick me up, my man. Help me out.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And he sneaks his way forward only
Renegade
for a
with the
couple
tackle
here.
there.
Second down.
Got a little help from a
That first
linebacker.
down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Bridgewater. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And they'll get him down up past the 15.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Oh,
Middle, and it's incomplete.
almost got the sack, almost had an interception.
Got
his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And he's got it
Damn
past
it.
the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
All right, defense, come on.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
On 2nd down, Gordon once more. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Some piss poor tackling on that one.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to
For
what works
fuck's
for you.
sake, just tackle the dude.
We talked about
Jesus.
their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Being chased out, and he can't
Rude
find
boy
anywhere
Mitch
to
with
go
a sack.
And he goes down. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
There we go.
Give him 5 on the screen play.
Should
and
be the
that'll
end
set
of
up a 3rd
the
down.
first quarter here.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. To throw is Bridgewater. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon.
Is he going to be short?
Boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so
All right.
short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring
Yeah,
up
we're going to play this one
So much about offense is what you call hidden
smart
yardage.
here.
You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job
We'll
of
take
limiting
that.
and keeping them from a first down.
Yeah,
Held him to
stopped him in
3.
his tracks. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time
I almost expected them to try to pull off a fake field goal there.
Really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here. Because
Didn't
anytime
get a
you're
whole
on
lot out
pace
of
that's
that.
going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Right back to Swift again on second down. And they get
There
him
we
down,
go.
but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 64 yards rushing.
CeeLo, what's happening, girl?
This first half.
I appreciate you stopping in. We're doing all right. Had a pretty decent day. Pretty slow day at work. Got off a little early. Now we're playing some Madden, trying to get that dub. How was your day, CeeLo?
Running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Goff on first down. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Good job, Jay.
And taking it across midfield and inside
Yeah,
the
you thought you were going to try to blitz me
That's
and
30 yards now
catch
in the
me
last
off
two
guard.
plays.
That didn't work
Back-to-back
for you, did it?
15-yarders, and they're rolling.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first and 10, it's Swift. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. In on the stop, it was Dorrance Armstrong.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 41, Goff. And
Nice
this is gonna be
catch,
another
short.
First down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 16. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going down.
No, you can't change the
Can't be, because if you back off
the
after
call
throwing an
outs,
interception,
like the
your
announcers
whole
calling
game
them
just
by
goes
their
right
name
out
or
the
whatever.
window, and it makes things
I
easier
wish you
for a
could.
defense, and you and I both know there isn't a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
Oh, that sucks.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. On the handoff, this is Swift.
And we'll take that.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let's see if we can catch him off guard with this jet sweep here.
And they'll try the jet sweep here.
First down.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a first down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Swift. And he takes this one.
There we go.
Lions touchdown. DeAndre Swift. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And on his way to the end zone, shedding the tackle, he would not be denied.
That's what's called finishing the run. Making sure you power your way through. One-on-one tackle. No running back wants to go to the bench and say, I got stopped just short.
Seibert on for the PAT.
All right.
It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown.
Extend that lead a little bit.
Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
All right, D, we need another stop.
To the Denver Broncos. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted,
Nice
field
tackle.
goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On second down, they'll run with Gordon. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Here's Bridgewater. This will be
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And he's taken down.
You
right
can't
at the
leave that
45-yard
dude that
line.
open, man.
Well, these guys have definitely been out in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise, and
There we
start to
go.
put together some drives.
The veteran Jamie Collins there on the tackle.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead
shit.
and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes.
He thought he
stack
was
things
going to
up
jump
and make
over
it
all
difficult for
those
the runner to find a
people
hole.
laying on the ground.
Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Bridgewater to throw it. Open man, he completes it to Judy.
Should be short.
And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I
Good
see
job.
the closed fist of the referee, and that means
He would have
4th
gotten
down.
there if it wasn't
So
for that
completion
second
good
dude
for
coming in
7
hitting
there.
him.
And that's going to make it 4th down.
Looks
Well,
like they're
wasn't
going
a
to
big
try to go
strike,
for it here.
But that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
They're going to run. This is Gordon.
Nice.
And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Melvin Gordon unable to push his way forward. And the
That was
Lions will
big.
take over. And defensively, they were ready for that. A full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop him short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it
I
just
think
right.
we can.
Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome going to the bench after that big play.
Definitely helps the way we've been playing the last couple weeks. We're looking pretty good so far tonight. I think we can pull off the dub.
But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Escaping the pressure right.
Yeah, we'll just take the 1st down and get out of bounds.
Midfield across the 45.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll run here with Swift.
Oh, for fuck's sake, get out of my way, man.
Scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
Should be a first down, I think.
And boy, he
What?
is very close to a first down, but from where
Yeah,
they're
we're going
spotting
for
that
that.
football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Feeling
Yeah,
like
we're gonna
they're
go
not
for
quite in
it.
Field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll run for it. It's Jefferson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow, might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Thought the receiver was
So
going to
now
come up
2nd
with
and
that
10
one.
After the incompletion on first down. Here's Swift. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Toward the sideline, he will have
Job
the
short.
first
Good
down.
job.
Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds.
Well, this is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender,
I
you're
can
not only
understand
trailing
it
him
pretty
the whole
well.
way,
I mean,
you're
I
also
did
looking out for
play.
your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off, and then you can't catch up in time to prevent
I
the
did play
completion.
football, like, in real life, so it kind of helps to understand
Line of scrimmage,
the
15,
blocking
it's
schemes,
1st and 10.
the assignments of everybody. It also helps that I did play a lot of defense, so I can usually figure out what the
Goff, a
defense
handoff
is
here to Swift. And he's brought
thinking
that just outside of the 10 at the
in certain
11.
situations,
Call it a gain of 4 on
which
first, and that'll make
also
it 2nd
helps.
down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
There we go.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have
As long as there
flag
wasn't a
down.
holding,
So let's see what this is
which it
about.
probably is, which means it's going to come back. God damn it.
Face the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed.
Well,
Go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
not
Come
how
up
we
now,
wanted
a
to do
second and
that.
long after the hold. Goff now looks to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift. And
There
they
was
work this
no
down
one
to the
over there to
15
block
a
for him.
pickup of 4.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Flushed out right. To the end zone.
Yeah, we'll
but
take
it's
that.
incomplete.
It's fine.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will extend
We'll
their
take the
lead
3.
even further.
Another decent drive. We'll take that.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
After the made field goal, Seibert back out there to kick it away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Now Cortland
right.
Sutton and the rest of the offense getting ready for their next drive. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and often oftentimes
Now that
you're here,
linebacker
well,
was right
we're
there.
just
All he
taking
had to
what the
do is put
defense
his
is
hand
giving
up.
us, but sometimes
Could
that's
have
just
knocked
not
that
good
away.
enough.
Possibly
Sometimes you have to
intercepted
take
it.
what you
No.
want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far
course
just
not.
a single catch in this game. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon.
Oh, for fuck's sake, just hit the
And he'll
dude.
be taken
Jesus.
down, but not before they work it across midfield. 74 yards rushing for
I
him
appreciate
now
the hype,
on
CeeLo.
17 carries. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it, but a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Bridgewater's throw taken in by Sutton. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Some terrible tackling in this game so far.
This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Bridgewater's throw into the hands of Fant. 7 yards the pickup there. Working with a 2nd and 3.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And only able to muster
Nice
a couple
tackle there by
to about the
Renegade.
27. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football.
All right.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
The ball comes out. And
Oh.
this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two
You're
there.
fucking lucky it
They'll
went out of
keep
bounds.
possession back inside the 10-yard line. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Tim Patrick, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
Who's our running back? DeAndre Swift.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness.
Who was the defender that was supposed to cover that dude?
Good to have wide receivers.
My God.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take
Yeah, they're going to review it. I'm pretty sure he got both feet in. Yeah, just a little bit there, Cram.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point from McManus is good, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that winds up a
Yes, our running back, we actually have the #1 rushing offense right now.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's leading the NFL in yards, touchdowns, and carries, if I remember correctly.
At the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3.
Yeah, we have the #1 rushing offense. Our passing offense is a little something to be desired.
End zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw taken in by Hopkinson.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. On 1st and 10, Goff. Going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And he'll take this
we'll
to
take
the
that.
other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Nice catch, short fuse.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Again, Goff. He'll find Swift
Wow.
in the backfield. And that play will go
That
nowhere,
didn't go
losing
well
yardage
at all.
back near midfield at the 49. The Lions will use the first
I think he
of
got
their
a little too
timeouts,
far
as
ahead
they'll
of
stop it with
his
just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
convoy of blockers there.
From the gun on third down, Goff. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there. They go ahead and snap it. Goff.
Yeah, we'll take the incomplete on that.
The field and incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Throw to the right here to Gordon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. And this offense going to elect to burn
See
a
if they're going
timeout
to
with
try to
5
go for the
seconds
field goal
remaining
there,
in quarter
or
number 2.
prevent.
So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here.
We'll
as
take
they
a
try to
timeout.
get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively.
Ugh, how many
after
years
that
did I
first
play
down
football?
play. So they're gonna make this offense sweat out
I
half
started
number 1.
playing. I think I played for probably 10. I think I played like 10
And the
years.
punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's
Yeah, not even close there, bro.
64-yard attempt.
Yeah, he whiffed on that. They have the wind to their back, and he missed it that bad.
The long-distance shot before break comes up empty, but now Charles flipped the script. Time for likely one more play as field position becomes an issue.
Yeah, when you talk about field position, remember, if this kick is missed, the ball comes back to where? The spot that they snapped it from. So field position becomes a factor. I think at this spot, you might also want to think about throwing the Hail Mary. You know, put the ball up in the air. Maybe you can get 6 out of it instead of 3.
Yeah, see what happens. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he will be brought
Visions
down
made a tackle.
on what will be the final play of this first half.
Yeah, I did start pretty young. I
The
played the first football game I ever played. I played 1 year of flag football, and then decided that that was not my thing.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first,
The next
let's get
year,
to some
I started
scores around the NFL here
tackle
in a
football,
busy week
and then
14.
played
We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And as you see, they were winners back
Played,
on Thursday night. Kirk
youth
Cousins,
tackle football for
terrific in the air
the
with
majority
over
of the time I
400
played.
passing yards there. Next, we head off to check out another game. And that one's at halftime with them leading the visiting New York Giants. Mike Williams, 2 touchdown catches in that first half alone. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Tom Brady at it again. 3 touchdown passes. In the game you're watching, it was Jared Goff with a strong first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for...
Alright guys, I'm going to take a quick break, smoke a cigarette, refill my drink, and I will be right back. we're back. Alright, let's see if we can pull off this dub here.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And Charles,
forced a couple passes there in the first half, got some interceptions, but
was a positive one. But what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
Now it's Swift. And he'll take
good
this to
run,
the
good
other
run.
side midfield before going out of bounds. 115 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a first down throw, gone. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it. And oftentimes,
oh, for fuck's sake, dude, he's wide open.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Draymond Jones
it's all right.
Able to record his 5th sack of the season.
We'll just play field position here.
And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Broncos take over. First down. See what
defense can do here.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back.
It's going to come back a little bit.
Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Yeah, we'll accept that.
Second team All-Pro last year. Guilty there. Throwing is Bridgewater.
Oh my God.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Patrick. And he gets up near the
Why is that dude getting that open all the time?
They get a good chunk of that penalty yardage back. A gain of 15. Second down. On second down now. It's Gordon.
Renegade with a good tackle there.
Immediately there. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing, Bridgewater.
Here we go. Good stop.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Denver. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he fields it cleanly. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Alright,
And
defense
Detroit
or
getting set to
offense, let's
now.
go.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense.
Come on, guys, you got to get
this game yourself.
up to the next level and get some blocks, man.
They'll stay on the ground with Swift.
There we go.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Goff now to throw. It's a short one.
Good job, Patio.
Tight end. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. 2nd down at 7. Once again, it's Swift. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Now gone. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
All right.
And it's going to bring up 4th down.
We're going for the field goal here.
Did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
Yeah, and that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay
Got
behind,
it.
while the other half is reaching out. Trying
There's
to
almost
the
60.
The top half worked. It was the bottom
2
half
yards
that was in
shy.
question.
A lot of people talk about how difficult it is to play in the high air here in Denver, but one group of folks who most definitely don't mind that, kickers, and that one, CD, a career long.
You're exactly right about that, Brandon, because they envy guys like Matt Prater, Brandon McManus, who have spent their careers here. They get to spend a bulk of their time kicking at altitude, and they absolutely love it. So when you get a chance to visit and do it yourself, you feel great about that opportunity.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Bridgewater.
There you go.
It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34.
There we go. That's what we needed. Good job, D.
Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him, and I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills.
They're going to be playing the run here.
For guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills, but they've really...
Good job, Jay. What?
It's picked up by the Broncos.
Oh, he was down.
Turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
He was down. Come on now.
Two-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, and certainly doesn't feel as comfortable now following the turnover.
Yeah, you're right about that, because now the nerves start to come into play a little bit. You're a little bit jangled. You don't want to give your opponents any avenues to get back into the game.
All right, CeeLo, I appreciate the lurk.
Put up signs that say, roads closed.
And now before
review that.
They're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down?
Yep. I figured that.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's going to ball his way
Just short of the goal line.
A 134 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Second and goal from the 1. Swift again, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
There we go. We needed that.
DeAndre Swift. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in.
I appreciate that, CeeLo.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Oh, it wants us to go for 2, huh? Alright. We'll go for 2. Shit. Let's see.
So Goff will lead his guys up to the line to go for the 2-point conversion. They'll try to run with Swift. And he
Got
is
it.
into the end zone again.
There we go.
As he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was first and goal from the 2, or I should say third and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go and everything is wide open and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have.
Damn.
And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here from Melvin Gordon. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
2nd and 1, and people want to run
All
the
right,
football.
come on
This
now.
is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
They run it here with Gordon. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4.
Terrible
2nd and
tackling.
6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to the huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And
Nice
Gordon's
stop,
gonna be
Renegade.
stopped short. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his
stop
Detroit
on D
teammates.
there.
He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. Lose yardage
didn't work
back to
that
the
time. It's all right.
29. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the Broncos get
Jesus.
taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him.
None of the wide receivers got open on that one.
Perfect man coverage, nowhere for them to go with the football, led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
Nice hit.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Would have been nice if we could have forced him to fumble that right there.
Now at this Broncos offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm.
Force a turnover here.
From the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Bridgewater. Gonna throw right side here. Complete.
Fuck.
The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the
Gene Beans. What's up, girl? I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
How's your day going, Jeaner?
Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. 1st down, Bridgewater. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Nice. There we go.
29, and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
We'll take that. We'll take that.
Continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher. We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Now Goff. Over the middle, it's complete. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
Jay Doggles takes it to the house.
A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Big touchdown pass there.
They can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happens. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25.
Hey, short fuse. What's happening, brother?
Set to go again here. Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's falling
We're not doing too bad.
Team is struggling. Sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually,
no problem, Jeaner.
There's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, Get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Bridgewater finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
Yeah.
This comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him?
Been a pretty good game. First half was a lot closer than I thought it would be. But come out in the second half playing pretty good. You've had some big catches in the first half.
Sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Bridgewater, throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain.
For fuck's sake.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the
Our
40.
passing defense is fucking horrible.
Right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
This is the tight end fan. That he is out of bounds, but
how is no one there with him? I don't understand.
This offense to get going a little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On 1st down, Williams. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. Rolling, and he is going to be
there we go.
Down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll go as a loss of 3 on the sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
We'll take it.
And they're not
all right, 4th quarter.
Play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Here's Bridgewater. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle.
Thank you. Jesus.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to
right.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very
I'm not sure what game these announcers have been watching, but our tackling has been shit.
They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
There you go.
Intercepted for the 3rd time.
Ah, you cocksucker.
And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet and make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Now they're going to get about 3 here out of this 1st down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game.
1st down.
And kept the pressure off of their own offense.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea
Excuse
that they
me.
can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one.
Well, it wasn't exactly how I wanted that to go, but we'll take it.
A big play that time through the air. 38 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Here's a handoff to Swift. A strong running. And the Lions are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Second and goal from the 1. And they'll run again. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Jamar Jefferson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Lions add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more.
Needed that.
A drive that time of 6 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off.
All right, see if the defense can come up with another big stop.
To return it. And Denver getting set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
For fuck's sake, just tackle the dude. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion
man.
is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
He'll get this one to Patrick. And this will leave him a yard short.
Wow.
Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. And just a yard to go here on second down. Bridgewater now. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Hey, check Mike 34. Mike 34. Double dog.
On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater.
There we go.
And that is incomplete.
That
Are
incompletion
they gonna go
is
for
not a
it?
surprise with the way that
Or are
this
they
one
gonna
has
punt it
gone, and
away?
the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They run. It's Williams. And
Oh,
now
for
the
fuck's
rookie
sake.
free. The 20. And all the way home for a
Wow.
score. Javonte Williams.
Defense fell asleep on that one.
Touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it was the rookie
75
Javonte
yards.
Williams who finished it off with a touchdown
50 of
run.
those came from one fucking run.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. DeAndre Swift heading back out with his Detroit teammates. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone has sent word into the offensive line. He's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
47.
They'll They'll keep it on the ground. Swift.
What the fuck did you trip on?
Play there, and now it'll be third down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot
I'm
of
not sure
it.
what you
The
fell
difference
over there,
between
buddy,
that
but
and a pass blitz.
wow.
Pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Options galore here. Second and a few inches. On the handoff, this is Swift. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through three quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Oh. Incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. Seibert's kick is good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this
We'll
widens
take
it
that.
out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will come out to the 25. As
all right, defense, we need a stop, goddammit.
Denver's offense now set to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That has not been the case.
Did we forget how to play defense all of a sudden? What the fuck?
And a run like that shouldn't surprise anyone who's ever seen Javonte Williams play. Compact, strong, physical runner. He ran for 1,000 yards at North Carolina last year. In fact, it was over 1,100 and 19 touchdowns in addition. And that's despite sharing the backfield with another 1,000-yard rusher, Michael Carter, who was taken in the 4th round by the Jets. Najee Harris and Travis Etienne were taking over him, but many thought that Javonte Williams might be the best back in the draft.
Bridgewater on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Patrick. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. From the 44, Bridgewater on the slant, completes to Sutton. And it's
this is frustrating.
As they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 29-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Now a throw here to his running back. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. To throw, Bridgewater. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them.
And he's going to be
There we go.
back at the 15-yard line. Michael Brockers able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They'll try to run it in. It's Williams. And he'll take it
What
into
the
end
fuck?
zone for a Denver score.
How does a run defense give up that?
His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on
Don't
third and goal.
understand.
A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 24. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Lions are able to cover this one up. And another
And we'll get 15 on that.
Tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more.
So we're going to start the drive from the 24.
And that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They run out of the gun with Swift. Powers through. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
Now here's a look for the end zone. But that one's going to wind up incomplete.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one. And
thought
oftentimes
he
you hear
caught
this
that.
expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Gone. The quick slant caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will come out to the 25.
All right,
His
defense,
handler
let's
elects
go
not
now.
to return it. And coming out now, the Broncos. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
I think 1 first down should seal the deal here, guys.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Technically, we don't even need to get the first down, but...
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
47's the mic.
Play action. It's Goff. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like,
we'll
right
take that.
at the 40.
All right.
Well, Charles, it's
Well, we
thing
did
to
it.
win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they
Kept the
clicking
Denver
on
Broncos on
They can't help
their
but feel
cold
great about
streak,
themselves,
got the
can they?
W,
I mean, what a game to put
moves
up
us
that
to
number of
10 and
points,
3,
continually
guys.
they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Detroit, it's a 10th win on the year as they move to 10 and 3. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5 and 8. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.
All right.
That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.
Well, guys, if there's anybody you would like me to raid out to, please put it in chat. But we're going to take a look and see who we got here. Oh yeah, we're definitely playoff bound. Thank you, Cram. I appreciate it. All right, so that puts us at 10 and 3. Got the Cardinals in our next game. Like I said, I won't be doing Monday Night Madden next week, as I will be out of town. Got my dad's wedding to go to, so I won't be around next week. But the week after, we will come back and we'll be taking on the Cardinals. But see who we got online right now. Who we can raid. Alright, I think we got it figured out here. Alright, guys. I appreciate everybody coming in. Thank you, Cram, for the bits. Stopping in. Short Fuse, thanks for stopping in, bud. CeeLo, Jeaner, Evil Rican, I appreciate y'all for coming in, hanging out for a bit. We are going to raid out to 100 years early. If you guys don't follow him, please give him a follow. See what he's playing tonight. He's playing a little bit of Kirby in the Forgotten Land tonight. Oh, there's your stretch, Jeaner. Let's go show 100 years early. Appreciate you, Short Fuse. Thank you, Jeaner. Definitely a GG moment. We're up to 10-3 now, so we're fucking kicking the shit out of people. Alright, guys. I will see you guys in a couple weeks with the Cardinals game. But y'all have a good night. Show 100 years some love. If you don't follow them, please give them a follow. Y'all have a good night.